All right, so let's go over quickly to, probably the biggest story in La Liga for the past 2-3 weeks, but it has now gone to court as Spanish prosecutors have now finally filed a complaint against Barca, that's Barcelona, and two of the club's ex-presidents over alleged payments to a company owned by a senior refereeing official to influence match results. The public prosecutor's office said after the complaint was filed yesterday evening. A judge has yet to decide whether to take up the case. I assume that will be done next week. The club allegedly paid over 7.3 million euros between 2001 and 2018 to firms owned by Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira, who was vice president of the refereeing committee of the Spanish Football Association from 1993 to 2018. Now, prosecutors claim that under a secret agreement and in exchange for money, Negreira favored Barcelona in the decisions taken by referees in the games played by the club, as well as in the results of competitions. Now, that's a lot. Barcelona did not immediately respond to these accusations. The club denied wrongdoing in a statement last month, saying they had simply paid an external consultant that supplied them with technical reports related to professional refereeing, calling it a common practice, in quote, amongst professional football clubs. Now, the complaint focuses on the 2.9 million euros paid between 2014 and 2018 and alleges that Barcelona, with the help of its last two presidents before Joan Laporta, that's Sandro Rosell and Josep Maria Bartomeu, that the club reached a confidential verbal agreement with Negreira. The complaint also accuses the club, Sandro Rosell, Bartomeu, and Negreira, and two other Barcelona officials of corruption in sports, unfair administration, and falsehood in mercantile documents. Now, the investigation was triggered by tax inspection. Negreira told the Spanish tax agency that Barcelona's goal with the payments was to have neutral referees in their games. That's according to El País newspaper. Why do you pay to have neutral referees? Shouldn't the former vice president of the referees committee at the RFEF, should be ashamed of his statement, because if a club has to pay to influence the decision making in order to get neutral referees, like he has claimed, then that defeats the idea. So the other clubs who are in, paying, should we assume that they haven't been getting neutral referees? I think it's a really big scandal. Many of the big clubs, Carlo Ancelotti has refused to speak on it. Diego Simeone was speaking before the Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona game 2 weeks ago, saying, look, that he hopes that everything is cleared up, and that the truth comes out. But it looks really shady, of course, when you consider the fact that also immediately his tenure ended. That's Negreira on the board of the referees committee. The payment stopped in 2018. So Barcelona will have to come out and defend themselves. They are innocent until proven guilty. The matter is now in court, like I mentioned. So we'll wait and see exactly where this story leads to. But I get a feeling that we haven't come close to seeing the end of it.